Hi, I'm Jasmine, and welcome to another skate vlog. I started off my practice with some forward and side C-steps, which are getting better and more consistent on my right side. My hips close on me though, so I can't hold a backwards glide for very long. My left side, on the other hand, is still a struggle. Like, I can't do it at all. I think part of it is feeling uncomfortable going backwards, so I decided to work on my backward inside C-steps because it's basically the same movement in reverse, so I get to practice those same positions in a way that feels more safe to me. It might just be me, but I feel more comfortable stepping from backwards to forward. Can you relate? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, I did my other side too before I switched to backward outside C-steps. I'm still struggling to stay on the same circle, but it's okay, it takes time to improve. I was doing outside 3 turns after the C-step and they kept failing, so I was like, okay girl, we really need to work on these 3 turns. I started with my left side, and these might actually be my best 3 turns yet. It's actually crazy how much better these look when I isolate them and try them with less speed on a smaller circle. And I don't even have my free leg close to my body, so I don't know, something was just clicking with these today.
Finally!
It only took months of struggling. What about my right side? Yeah, that just about tracks. This side has always been harder for me, but I will say they are getting better, even if it's just a little bit. Time for some inside 3 turns. They're actually looking pretty good on my right side today. Still getting some flops, but overall, not bad. My left side is not as strong, and it's still super scary because I feel like my free leg goes all over the place, but they've definitely improved since the last time, so I'm really proud of myself.
What is the first method that's a
The only one I can do really well, decently,
Okay.
is no alpha.
Can you, because like I've tried and I can't figure it out. Do you know how to do it?
It has taken me forever.
Okay.
I do practice like this quickly, and you need like to say like you have to be like on your inside and then push, kind of like it is like. If you can add something that just gradually happens, okay. So they just need like one thing.
Okay.
You stop a few days later, like that, like okay. So what describes to me like pressing on a handbrake, like a brake on a car, is this what it is?
Yeah. Okay. I'll have it practice on the wall before I do the motion.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
After that, I went back to my outside 3 turns.
Are you videoing?
Oh yeah. It's okay, don't worry about me.
At this stage, I think my main struggle on this side is sustaining that backward inside edge because it gets really scratchy and toe grippy. So I switched to practicing backward inside edges, which I could barely hold at first. But they gradually started lasting longer, although I definitely have a favorite side.
Stay there. I'm gonna go to another spot.
I know. Am I saying
No,
it right?
no.
I'm like out of your way.
You're fine. I just want to practice something else.
Now that I've practiced my C-steps and 3 turns, it's time to work on my skate sequence. My landing position, leg, and C-steps are looking pretty good here. And oh my gosh, wait! My leg actually stayed up during the 3 turn in this sequence? That's a first! After a few rounds, I started burning up. It's crazy how you can go from cold to hot so fast on the ice depending on the skill you're working on. My landing positions started feeling a bit unstable, so I switched to focusing on those for a bit, and these are looking so much better, like my leg is higher and my glide is longer. Being intentional really makes a difference. And then I worked on my other side, which is definitely more of a struggle, but hey, we're working on it. After that, I felt compelled to work on my inside C-steps again, and I think they're looking better than earlier, but not on my left side. I also tried forward outside C-steps, and my oh my, these are way harder. Like, how do you even position your body for these? It just feels so wrong and awkward. I guess that's what I get for trying something without a tutorial. Alrighty, on to forward crossovers. I feel like I'm finally starting to lean more into the circle with these, and sometimes my feet are a bit more crossed. I even think my under pushers are rocking to the toe less, so yay! Clockwise crossovers still feel weird for me. Like, you can see I'm more hesitant with them, and I also end up doing them on a smaller circle. Anyway, let's move on to spins. If you saw my previous vlog, you know I was having some spin struggles. So today I was really focused on working on them. Surprisingly, my 2-foot spins started off pretty good, and when I moved on to my 1-foot spins, they weren't as bad as last week's, but I still wanted them better. So I practiced holding the 2-foot spin position, focusing on engaging my core and bringing my arms in to my left shoulder, and also on putting pressure on my rocker, which is the ball of your foot. If you notice, my heels are up. After that, I think my 2-foot spins became a little less travel-y and my upper body was a bit more stable. Plus, I even got a pretty stable 1-foot spin, but also some flops. So I practiced the pivot for a bit because I think the entry is key. And from there, my 1-foot spins looked so much better. They lasted way longer, were more centered, and I even got a landing position with this one. Then I thought it would help to practice the 1-foot spin position, but doing this from a standstill is hard. So I practiced it on the circle as a forward outside edge while bringing my arms in. But then I was like, wait, when I spin, it's actually a backward inside edge, so I switched to doing that instead. And then I tried to spin again. They weren't bad, but they weren't as good as when I practiced the pivot. I did a few more, and also tried some 2-foot spins from a hockey glide. But then I decided to take a break from spins and do some forward stroking. I feel like it's been a while since I've shown you all my forward stroking, like some dedicated practice for it. I was really trying to shorten my 2-foot glide in between each stroke, so I focused on bringing my free leg in as a bent knee 1-foot glide to set it up for the next stroke. Since the rink was pretty empty, I also practiced my program from my old coach. I uploaded that program a while back, but there were some updates since then. It now starts with a wall strum, and it also has some bunny hops and some 1-foot spins in it too. Speaking of 1-foot spins, I went back to working on them from the pivot, but this time as a warm-up because I decided to try my 1-foot spins from an edge for the first time ever. 3 turn and all, which failed. But I don't give up easily, so I tried again, and oh my gosh, wait, that kind of worked. Like, you guys, I'm actually getting a rotation with these. Yes, it is unstable and choppy AF, but this is how it starts. I felt like I needed a reset though because they started getting worse. So I did more pivot spins, which were rotating a lot, but also kind of out of control. So I also went with some 2-foot spins, which were actually quite nice. And then I went back to trying it from the edge, and I think these look a little smoother. And just for funsies, I tried doing a clockwise spin from an edge, even though I can't even do a clockwise 2-foot spin, and that went as well as you'd expect. So I moved on to hockey glides, which are looking pretty smooth on this side, but also a bit more stiff on the other side. I also did some backward skating around the rink because it was so empty. And I worked on my backward slalom. And then, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, I tried some backward spirals. Okay, but wait, that kind of slayed. As for my other side, it was definitely more of a struggle, but still an accomplishment. This is your sign to try random things. Want to see how my skating progresses? Watch this video right here, and if it's not up yet, hit subscribe so you don't miss it, and catch up with my progress in the meantime. Thanks for watching. Bye!